I found a letter hidden in my childhood bookshelf, and it changed how I saw my whole life. I recently went back to my childhood home for what I thought would be a quick visit. My parents are downsizing and moving into a smaller place, and they told me to come gather anything I wanted from my old room before they donated or packed it away. I wasn't expecting to feel anything special. I've always had a bit of distance from my family, even though we got along fine on the surface. I've always known I was adopted. My parents told me when I was very young. It was never a secret, but it was also never really talked about. If I asked questions, I got short answers like, "It was a closed adoption," or "We don't know anything about your birth family." So eventually, I stopped asking. As I was sifting through my old books, when I picked up a copy of Anne of Green Gables, it was one of my favorite books as a kid, but I hadn't touched it in years. As I opened it to flip through the pages, a folded piece of paper slipped out and landed on the floor. I picked it up, thinking it was maybe an old school note or bookmark, but when I unfolded it, I saw that it was a letter, and it was addressed to me in handwriting I didn't recognize. It began with, "To my daughter, I hope you find this one day, when you're ready." My heart stopped. The letter was from my birth mother. Her name was Sarah. She explained that she was only 18 when she had me and wasn't in a place in her life to give me the kind of home she believed I deserved. She made it clear that placing me for adoption wasn't a decision she took lightly. She said she had spent months choosing the right family, praying I would grow up safe, loved, and strong. She wrote about how much she thought about me, birthdays, school days, holidays, and how she hoped I would know, somehow, that I was never forgotten. The part that really stayed with me was this line: "If you found this letter, it means the world found a way to bring my words to you. I've never stopped loving you." I sat there, in the middle of my old room, completely still. I must have read the letter at least 10 times before I moved. It was written years ago. The paper was yellowed at the edges, and the ink had slightly faded. But every word felt fresh. I couldn't stop wondering how it ended up in that book. Later that evening, I asked my parents about it. I wasn't angry, just confused. My mom looked surprised at first. Then she quietly said, "We didn't know if it would help or hurt. We wanted to protect you." I understand they meant well, but it still felt like something had been kept from me. Something important. Something that would have helped me understand parts of myself I've questioned for years. That night, I reread the letter again on my new apartment. I cried, not out of sadness exactly, but out of relief. Relief that someone once had thought of me deeply enough to leave behind something honest and loving.